Arden International is a multiple Formula racing team created and run by Christian Horner, Red Bull Racing's F1 team principal. It currently runs teams in the GP2 Series, GP3 Series and the Formula Renault 3.5 Series. It has been competing since 1997 and has raced in the Formula 3000 International Championship, the Italian Formula 3000 Series, and the A1 GP Series for Great Britain. Due to the Arden's strong business connections and sponsorship, and because Horner is team principal at Red Bull Racing, the team often signs Red Bull Junior team drivers as a way to pave forward future F1 drivers. Many drivers have been Red Bull Juniors, including Michael Ammermuller, Neil Yarni, Felipe Albuquerque, Sebastian Buemi, Antonio Felix da Costa, Daniel Kvyat, Carlos Sainz, Jr., and Dan Ticktum. History. Formula 3000. The team was initially created as a vehicle to enable Horner to race in F3000 in 1997. According to Horner, he set the team up with borrowed money, including a loan from his father, and persuaded P1 Motorsport founder Rolly Vincini, who Horner had driven for in his first season of F3, to take on the role of his race engineer. He bought a second-hand trailer for the team from Helmut Marko, who as head of the Red Bull Junior team was one of Horner's main rivals as a manager in F3000, and who he later worked closely with at Red Bull. He stayed in F3000 for 1998 and was joined at Arden by Kurt Mollekens, who showed good pace and led the championship at one stage. In the winter of 1998, family friend David Richards had been approached by Russian oil company Lukoil to enable them to enter motorsports sponsorship. As entries to F3000 were restricted, Richards agreed a deal with Horner that ProDrive would take a 50% stake in Arden, in return for Horner becoming team manager. As a result, the team signed Victor Maslov as a driver under the Lukoil deal from 1999. The team started off poorly, and didn't have the pace to qualify for many races. At the end of 1999, Richards sold a stake in ProDrive to Apex Partners, who didn't want to continue in F3000. Horner hence exercised the option to buy back the ProDrive stake. As the years went on, the team began to reap the results and was the best team of Formula 3000 in its last 3 years, showing new talents to motorsport world like Darren Manning, Thomas Enger, Bjorn Weirdheim and Vitantonio Liuzzi. The team won the team's championship in 2002, 2003 and 2004. During those years, Weirdheim won the Drivers' Championship in 2003, and Liuzzi won it in 2004. During the team's 8 years in the series, it has scored 359 points, won 16 races and achieved 20 pole positions. Italian Formula 3000. The team joined the Italian Formula 3000 series for 1999 and 2000. Their first season was poor with only 1 point to their name. But the 2000 season went significantly better, with Warren Hughes taking 2 wins, 1 pole position and 3 fastest laps for the team, and Darren Manning taking 1 win, 1 pole and 1 fastest lap too. The team finished with Hughes second in the championship, and the team winning it outright 51 points. A1 GP. Arden operated A1 Team Great Britain in the first season of the A1 GP Series for 2005-2006. The team fared well in their first season, collecting 8 podium finishes and a single pole position, leaving the team third in the championship with 97 points overall. GP2. In 2005, the F3000 series was rebranded as the GP2 Series. Arden stayed on for the new series and achieved second place in the team's championship with Heikki Kovalainen and Nicolas Lapierre, and second place in the Drivers' Championship with Kovalainen, who had 5 wins, 4 pole positions and a fastest lap to his name. In 2006, Arden competed in GP2 with Lapierre and the rookie Michael Ammermuller. Neil Yarni acted as a substitute for Lapierre when the latter was injured in the race at Monaco. This year, Arden suffered a significant drop in performance, and had only 57 points to show and a single win from Ammermuller, compared to the previous season's 126. Overall, the team came fourth in the championship. For 2007, Arden signed Bruno Senna, nephew of triple F1 champion Ayrton Senna, and A1 Team South Africa driver Adrian Zarg. Zarg was replaced for the final round of the season by Felipe Albuquerque. This season was even worse for the team compared to the previous year, only managing 42 points, which resulted in a 7th-placed finish in the team's championship, with Senna finishing 9th overall in the Drivers' Championship. For 2008 and the newly founded Asia Series, the team was renamed Trust Team Arden, after its Dutch title sponsor Trust. The duo of Red Bull Junior team driver Sebastian Buemi and Jelmer Boerman was its race lineup for both championships. For the Asia Series, Adam Khan raced for the first 2 rounds before being replaced by Boerman. The overall result in the Asia Series was the team finishing second in the championship, with 50 points and 1 win, and Buemi finishing second in the Drivers' Championship. Mid-season in the main series, Boerman was replaced by Art Grand Prix outcast Luca Filippi. The season went slightly better than the previous one, with the team picking up 50 points, enough to take 6th place. And Buemi picked up 2 race victories to finish 6th overall in the Drivers' Championship. Arden again took part in the Asia Series for the 2008-09 season, signing Luis Razier and Mika Maki for the second round of the championship, held at the Dubai Autodrome. Maki was replaced by Renger van der Zande, who was subsequently replaced for the rest of the season by Eduardo Mortara. Razier scored the team's only win of the campaign, which allowed Arden to finish 6th in the team's championship. For the 2009 main series season, the team signed F3 frontrunners Sergio Perez and Mortara. This was also another poor season for the team, as it finished well down the order in 8th place overall, with only Mortara managing a single win. For the 2009-10 Asia Series season, Arden signed Charles Pic and Rodolfo Gonzalez. After the first round, Gonzalez was replaced by Javier Villa for the rest of the season. This was the team's most successful outing in the Asia Series, with an end result of 37 points and second in the team's championship. Villa finished 4th overall in the Drivers' Championship with 19 points, and Pic finished 5th with a single race victory. For the 2010 main series, the team kept Pic and resigned Gonzalez. However, the success from the Asia Series did not quite continue into the main series, as the team eventually finished 7th with 1 win, courtesy of Pic. Arden finished with fewer points than in 2009, but still managed to beat the previous team's championship result of 8th position. For the 2011 GP2 Asia Series and 2011 GP2 Main Series seasons, the team signed Joseph Kroll and Jolyon Palmer. The year was the team's worst so far in its GP2 history, as neither driver managed a win, pole or fastest lap in either series, and the team ended up finishing 10th in the Asia Series and 11th in the main series, as the GP2 Asia Series had joined together with the GP2 Main Series in 2012. There were no longer 2 separate series. The team signed former 2008-09 Asia season driver Louis Razier and former MW Arden GP3 sister team driver Simon Trummer for the 2012 season. Razier won the feature race of the first round in Malaysia, picked up 2 second-place finishes during the 2 Bahrain rounds, and won again at Catalonia, Valencia and Silverstone. He finished the season as runner-up to champion David Valsecchi, whilst Trummer had a best race finish of 7th place to take 23rd in the Drivers' Championship. Arden finished 3rd in the Team's Championship, its best result since 2005. From there Arden struggled in subsequent GP2 Series, the highest constructors finish being an 8th in 2013. And went without a win until the series was rebranded as the FIA Formula 2 Championship when Norman Nato scored their first win in 5 years at the sprint race in Baku. GP3. From 2010 onwards, they have operated a GP3 Series team with Mark Webber. The team is called MW Arden. This builds on the fact that Webber raced for Red Bull Racing, which is run by Arden team owner and team principal of Red Bull Christian Horner. The team signed Michael Christensen, Miki Monraz and Leonardo Cordero for their debut season. Their first venture into the new series proved difficult as they only accumulate 18 points for the whole season with 2 fastest laps, leaving them 9th in the championship. For 2011, the team completely refreshed the lineup by signing Mitch Evans, Simon Trummer and Lewis Williamson. The season overshadowed the previous as the team came second overall in the Constructors' Championship with 69 points, and both Williamson and Evans scoring 1 win each and coming 8th and 9th in the Drivers' Championship respectively. This would also be the season where the team picked up its first pole positions with 2 from Evans and 1 from Williamson. For 2012, they retained Evans and partnered him with David Fumanelli and Macias Lane. Evans' former teammates Simon Trummer and Lewis Williamson had moved to the GP2 sister team and the new Formula Renault team Arden Caterham respectively. At the first round in Spain, Evans won the feature race. At the third round in Valencia, Evans managed to collect pole position and went on to win another feature race. Evans went on to win the championship in the 2012 season. The team scored their second Drivers' Championship with Daniel Kvyat the following season, with Carlos Sainz Jr. and Robert Vigeau finishing 10th and 11th respectively. In the following 2 seasons, Arden scored 5th and 3rd in the team's championship respectively, with the highest driver standing coming from a 4th place for Emil Bernstorff in 2015. Jake Dennis, 2015 Euro Cup champion Jack Aitken and Colombian Tatiana Calderon competed with the team for the 2016 season. Calderon being the first woman to compete for the team in its 19-year history. With 3 victories from Dennis and Aitken, the team finished as runners-up to Art Grand Prix in the constructors' standings. In January 2017, Nico Carey was signed to the team for the 2017 season, making him the first Red Bull Junior to compete with the team since Kvyat and Sainz. A month later, Steinsko Thorsten Euro Formula Open champion Leonardo Polcini joined Arden Formula Renault 3.5. For 2012, Arden International entered an agreement with Caterham to join the Formula Renault 3.5 series as a joint team known as Arden Caterham. For their first season, they signed former GP3 driver for MW Arden Lewis Williamson and one of Caterham F1's test drivers, Alexander Rossi. Rossi scored his first podium finish with a third-place finish at the one-race round at Monaco. After 3 rounds, Williamson was dropped by the team and the Red Bull Junior driver program for failing to score a single point and was replaced by Antonio Felix da Costa, who had also replaced him at the junior program 2. On his debut, da Costa scored 2 points with a 9th place finish during the first race at the Nürburgring. Results: FIA Formula 2 Championship 1. Competing as Patamina Arden. Season still in progress. GP3 Series. Euro Cup Formula Renault 2.0. F4 British Championship. Collaboration with Caterham known as Arden Caterham. Complete Formula Series results. GP2 Series. Ran under a Dutch license. Involved as Trust Team Arden under a Dutch license. 2. Involved as Telmex Arden International under a Dutch license. 1. Tom Dillman raced for Caterham Racing for 6 races in 2014, scoring 2 of his 18 points. Formula Renault 3.5 Series. Formula V8 3.5 Series. GP2 Asia Series. Involved as Trust Team Arden under a Dutch license. Ran under a Dutch license. A1 GP Series. International Formula 3000 Series. Involved as Arden Team Russia. Involved as Lukoil Arden Racing. 1. Collaboration with KTR Team. Italian Formula 3000 Series. Timeline. Footnotes. Arden Motorsport.com. Official team website. GP2 Series.com. Team info at GP2 Series website. GP3 Series.com. Team info at GP3 Series website. World Series Renault.com. Team info at WSBR. Formula Renault 3.5 Series. Website. Arden International on Twitter.